Hey kitty cats, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. Thanks for being patient with the voiceovers, you guys. I'm actually working more than I normally do this week, and I've been working out. I've been hitting the gym. It's my third day at the gym in a row, you guys. My body is so sore. I'm so tired. I'm so over it, but your girl is trying to get fit. We're trying to get us a man, girl. We're trying to, level up on our health. We're trying to do lots of things. So I had to be at work in a couple hours and I just didn't have time to put on the whole gig and do all the things and sit down and make a video for you guys. But I want to get something out for you. So, bear with me with the voiceover videos. But anyway, we have to talk about Trisha Paytas, you guys, because Trisha Paytas went on her My Chemical Imbalance podcast and really kind of said some things that were a little bit alarming, that I don't know if they necessarily came as a surprise to me that she said these things, but it definitely was alarming to say the least. And I thought we should talk about it. If you're interested in hearing more about that drama, then make sure that you keep on watching. Okay guys, so I really want you guys to listen to what Trisha Paytas had to say. These are just a couple clips from the My Chemical Imbalance podcast that I got from Frenemies Room, that Instagram account. If you're not following this Instagram account and you like to keep up on all of this drama, then I highly suggest you go follow them. Shout out Frenemies Room for, always keeping me up with the latest Trisha Paytas tea and Ethan Klein tea and all of that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and roll you the clip so you guys can hear it. It's pretty alarming. Just listen for yourself. Roll it.
Which I guess is the cause of a lot of people's anxiety, is my feelings and my emotions dictate more than what's actually at hand, right? I start thinking, right, the first thing I think of is my relationship. Did I ruin his life by being in his life? The first thing I think of is my relationship. Did I ruin his life by being in his life? The first thing I think of is my relationship. Did I ruin his life by being in his life? Is he going to leave me? Should he leave me? Do I deserve this person? That's my first thing. Then, my family's safe, all this stuff like that. This week off of having a psychotic breakdown, which luckily didn't last too long and I did not get hospitalized for it. So I'm thankful for that. Partially thanks to my partner. I do feel I'm in a codependent relationship with my partner. But it helps right now, because otherwise I feel I wouldn't be as stable as I am. So I'm very thankful for that.
I do feel like I'm in a codependent relationship with my partner. Oh my God, you guys, there's so much wrong with this statement. I can't even really even believe that that came out of her mouth. So you guys, I went on to a website and I decided to look up a little bit more about codependency, and here's what I found. Codependency is characterized by an unhealthy or obsessive dependence on another person, or a willingness to sacrifice one's own wants and needs to please another in order to feel loved or validated. Codependent relationships can exist in a range of circumstances, but are common among families where stress or dysfunction, such as substance abuse disorders or trauma, are present. People with codependency may demonstrate low self-esteem, obsessiveness, people-pleasing behaviors, and difficulty setting boundaries. Understanding the prevalence of codependency can be an important step towards establishing healthy relationships and setting boundaries. You guys, if Trisha Paytas is really in a codependent relationship with Moses, this cannot end well. She even said, she's like, right now it's easier this way. Well, what happens when it's not easier? What happens when you finally decide to take the steps to improve your quality of life and your mental state and actually move forward and become a healthier person mentally? What happens then? It's just not safe, you guys. And then, she even said that, Moses was the one that stopped her from having a psychotic breakdown. The first thing that she thinks about about is Moses when it comes to like, how everything's going. Did she ruin Moses' life? Did she ruin, all of that stuff concerning Moses? Like, Trisha, the first thing you need to be concerned about always is yourself. You have to be, you have to live a good, healthy life for yourself. You came into this world alone, honey, and you're going to leave it alone. And that might sound a little bit cynical to some of you guys. I know people are going to think differently. A lot of people think that once you become in a partnership, it's all about them. And, but I guess what I'm saying is I understand the fact that you need to include your partner, and that should be a major concern for you. It shouldn't be the first concern. I believe the first concern should always be your life. I mean, if you have children and stuff, I think your children will probably come before that. But your first concern should always be like making sure that you are okay, because if you're not okay, how are you going to be okay for your partner? And I think that in this situation right now, it's just obvious. Trisha Paytas is not okay for her partner right now. She is not in a good mindset. And the only reason that she is in a good mindset is because she's codependent on her partner to give her that, right? How emotionally taxing that must be for Moses to have to make sure that Trisha Paytas is constantly okay. We saw this in her relationship with Ethan Klein, her friendship with Ethan Klein, on Frenemies. It was like, Ethan was always walking on eggshells around Trisha. Anytime Trisha got offended, it was this huge thing. Make sure Trisha's okay. Make sure Trisha's feelings are being, handled correctly, all of this stuff. But as soon as Trisha said something about Ethan, all that went out the window and nothing mattered. So it's very much like, what is going on behind the scenes here with Moses and Trisha's relationship? Is it very much that where Moses has to walk on eggshells constantly around Trisha to make sure Trisha is okay? But if Trisha says something that upsets Moses, then it's free game. Is that how it's going? I mean, there has been, allegations that they do not have the healthiest relationship. There are the old pictures of the bruises on Moses' arm, and there's been more than that too. People just talking and saying that Trisha does not treat Moses kindly, and I don't know. I'm not here to say whether that's true or not true. I'm just here to say that it does not sound like a healthy relationship. Codependency. It sounds exactly like what was going on with Ethan and Trisha in regards to how they can speak to each other, and basically how everyone around Trisha is expected to make sure that Trisha is okay emotionally and mentally, and really that needs to be Trisha's responsibility to ensure that she's okay emotionally and mentally. It's nobody else's responsibility except for yourself to ensure that you are in the right mental state. Get the help that you need. Go to a therapist. Get yourself prescribed some medication to balance your chemically imbalanced brain. A little pun on the name of her podcast or whatever, but do what you have to do to make sure that you're okay. Side note, there are some rumors going around that was the last episode of the My Chemical Imbalance podcast, and that the reason behind that was that she got in trouble from My Chemical Romance for too closely tying together her podcast with their likeness and their whole theme and their whole vibe that they have going on. So I don't know if that's true or false, but I think that was the end of the My Chemical Imbalance podcast. And you know what? I mean, it is what it is, you guys. It was just kind of a mess to begin with anyway. Everything that Trisha's been doing has been a mess lately. I am kind of here for the Trish talks only because I find them hilarious. I find the bad acting funny. I find all of that very, very hilarious. And I can look at something like that and not take it too seriously and not get too invested in it. Yeah, I mean, she's hypocritical. We already knew that. Yeah, she's a liar. We already knew that. She brings it to you every ball, as Rich would say. We already knew all these things about her. So when she just kind of goes the even more extra mile to be so comically hypocritical, I'm kind of here for it. And I love to watch those. I love to watch those and then share them with you guys, and we can just laugh together at how freaking hypocritical and how stupid they actually are. It's really, really just annoying. I mean, I think that the message is supposed to be a good message, but listen, honey, no one's coming to Trisha Paytas to hear a good motivational message or a message on how to treat people better or how the way you should live your life, girl. I don't know. That's the whole thing with The Secret in her, and now she's the reposts of Joel Osteen. Honey, listen to me. When she reposts all that Joel Osteen crap on Twitter, Twitter. I'm like, oh my God. Listen, I'm from Houston, Texas, where Joel Osteen's church is, okay? And listen to me. We had a little thing called Hurricane Harvey here a few years ago. And when Hurricane Harvey hit, guess what Pastor Joel Osteen, of the Lord, best man on earth, super innocent man, like loves the people, very, Jesus worshiping, all that. He didn't even open his doors to his church to let all the people that had lost their homes and that were flooded and the refugees in to his big old Six Flags Over Texas church that he has, okay? And you can dislike what I'm saying right now if you want to. Make sure you unsubscribe and leave a little dislike and a hate comment before you go, sis. But listen to what I'm saying. I do not mess with Joel Osteen. I do not think he is a good guy. I live in Houston. I see it from a different perspective than a lot of people do. I saw how he didn't open his church's doors to people when they needed him, and he's done it multiple times when people needed him and he didn't want to open up his doors. We had a furniture salesman named Mattress Mac who owns some really large furniture stores in Houston. He opened his doors to people, to refugees, to come and, post up in there, and it provided water and food for them. But, Joel Osteen, famous, church guy, wouldn't even do it. And it's just like, so when Trisha Paytas reposts that, I'm like, girl, this man is evil. And you're sitting here reposting his stuff. This man is not a man of the Lord. He is evil. He is evil down to the core. All that man cares about is money and fame, honey. He does not care about the people. And I bet you he's not even religious. I bet you he's not. I really do. I bet it's all an act with that man. And you know what? That's okay. If you disagree with me, I know a lot of people like him. I'm telling you, I live in a city where I'm close to it. I see it firsthand the way he actually is, okay? I see that big old mansion that he lives in, okay, that he got with all the offerings that people put in for the church, okay? And that big old, the church used to be called the Compact Center. It was a place where the Rockets played basketball. He has his church in the old basketball stadium, okay? And he's using all the offerings from all the people that fill up that stadium every Sunday to pay for his mansion and to pay for all his crap. Okay, I'm getting off on a rant here, you guys. I'm so sorry. This video is not about Joel Osteen. This video is about Trisha Paytas, but that really grinds my gears because she reposts his stuff and says she likes him so much and that he's so motivating and all this stuff. He's fake, girl. He's a fake. He's a phony. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about all of this Trisha Paytas and Moses Hacmon drama in the comment section down below. What do you think is going to happen with their relationship? Like, this codependency thing is really, really not very good. And their relationship cannot last forever like this. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your comments on all that in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby bells ring the bell. And you can follow me on all my social media at Beauty by ShelbyE. That's ShelBye, all at Beauty by Shelby. And I'll leave that right up there on the screen for you so you can see it. If you're enjoying the Beauty by Shelby vibes and want to see more, then YouTube should be suggesting a couple videos down below for you to choose from. So I would love it if you did that. But if you're just here to catch up on this Trisha Paytas, Moses Hacmon, and their codependent, unhealthy relationship, girl, that's bound to explode, totally cool too, girl. Appreciate your view. Love you so. Thank you so much for watching today's video, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.